I am not crazy. I just wanted to say that. In any case, this is the part where I have gotten enough shields in order to go on to the second Triwizard task and unlocked everything else that I needed to beforehand. Well, for everything afterwards.
Welcome to the second task. Last night, something our champions value exceptionally was taken from them. That something now lies at the bottom of Black Lake. Their mission this morning is to retrieve it. Champions, you may begin.
Do you think how many fangirls were upset that he was wearing that undershirt in the movie?
Oh, you know there were a bunch.
So yeah, this is actually better than the section with the dragon. It's also exceptionally easy to ace this section, and by acing it, you can get up to 3 shields, meaning no more collecting shit.
Hooray!
So this is actually why we can attack. It works a little bit like Afterburner, to be honest. It's like you can see little circles around them when you can actually hit them. But you can hit them regardless. I don't think there is any kind of point counter for how many you destroy. And they're actually very bad at dealing damage to you. The only way they can damage you is by throwing stuff at you, and they have a lot of wind up before they do that, and they can only ever hit you if they're right in front of you. Like, I mean, they can't attack you from behind, so that's good at least. In any case, this is how, this whole section I am doing by constantly speeding up. I wish this was the default speed and you could make it faster.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Because well, this is actually a pretty decent gameplay section. It does drag on for a little bit too long, and it could have been made a little bit better if you could actually speed up at will. And for these ones, you just sort of willy-nilly go around the screen. Don't stay in one place for too long, and you won't get hit. Just keep shooting. There is no penalty for
Keep moving slightly to the left.
Yeah, exactly. Slightly to the left is the key. So yeah, there is actually no penalty for just constantly jabbing the spell button. Which, like, you know, you'd think they would be like, oh no,
Music seems to think there is, though.
And, like, normally they would be like, oh no, your accuracy is terrible. You've thrown so many spells, but none of them hit. But whatever. Thankfully, they didn't do that. I love how that theme that we just heard has been used in literally every Harry Potter game we've covered, I believe. And it's always a little bit overselling what's going on the screen.
Right. Tone it down just a little bit.
Yeah, this little ledge over here is blocking most of my spells. This is why it's taking so long. I believe you can actually use this to also. I guess I didn't need to destroy all of it. It's good. Whatever. This
And
place
now
is actually
everything's all hunky-dory again, according to the music.
now everything's so mystical and so cool. No, this actually is a pretty cool place, if only for the fact that you're exploring a completely different looking location. And you have to actually avoid obstacles. Not that they damage you, they'll just stop you for a little while. But it is actually a change of pace to how you approach the level, whereas previously you didn't actually have to pay attention to. You didn't actually have to pay attention to anything around you besides the enemies. And here the music actually does work really well.
Yeah.
It's like it's making it darker, more mysterious, to complement how we have gotten even deeper into the dingy, destroyed castle.
You know, I can only imagine if the Scotsmen were here, because, you know, obviously this little part is, you know, the siren singing their song to lure people in and all that jazz. If the Scotsmen were here, he'd be like, sounds like someone's stepping on a lot of cats. Gross.
Okay, and now we're up for the lastest section of this stage, which is destroying a whole bunch of whatever these are supposed to be. What are these? Where are these contraptions even? Like this kind of looks like it was supposed to be some sort of a tower at some point. Destroyed in very, very even parts. And only supported by frog eggs. I am hitting it. I'm sure I am. Just please let me go.
Nah.
It's like your spell has just such a weird arc to it in this place that it gets stuck on so many different little edges of the environment, like the horse it's actually supposed to hit. So it's best to not just not stay in one place, go willy-nilly, and hopefully you will eventually beat this with enough time to get free shields.
Why not 4 shields?
I believe you can get free shields for acing every challenge, but I couldn't be bothered. I bet I did that like when I was younger and this was one of the only games I had.
When you were a young warthog?
When I remember this very well. I did get this game for birthday, and I actually really liked it because, well, for once I got something for birthday that actually fit my interests, you know? Yay, free gold shields, don't have to replay any more levels, yay.
Well, that's the end of that, no story conclusion.
Yeah, why he saved 2 people instead of 1? You know, go watch the movie.
Right.
And you know, all of the stuff that happens in between between the second challenge and the first challenge. You know, fuck that. We can unlock the first challenge already.
Well.
But before that, we're gonna do something that's actually pretty fun in this game. This is Moody's challenges, and here I am specifically playing as Hermione, because you need to actually not be able to kill enemies instantly in order to do Avi Force reliably. would you? Because if I were to be Ron, I would kill them way, way too quickly. The NPCs still, the AI still do that very quickly, but yeah, see, Hermione can't kill them, but they can finish them off very quickly, and that's the idea. If you happen to pick up one that's like you're not gonna be able to heavy force it, just throw it over the ledge. It'll be fine. You'll get more. But yeah, it's a selection of like 10 challenges that seem a little bit like a playtesty area for checking how the physics work and whether or not the spells work correctly and such. And it's actually very fun. And I wish that more of these elements were actually included into the main game, because there are some cool things you get to do that there are no actual reasons or well, places to actually do it to the extent that this place allows you to. Because the physics in this game were actually done fairly well. They work, but they're still like goofy enough to be entertaining on their own. And they give you a pretty good reward. If you get a gold, you get 500 beans for each one of your characters.
I think I just heard Ron orgasm.
So yeah, that would be right. So if you wanted to buy all of the cards and you're missing any sort of beans, just do one of the challenges that you're good at, and there will definitely be at least one of them, because I'm not terribly good at the Heavy Force ones, but I do like all of the other ones. They're pretty fun. Well, except for the one where you have to shoot the bloody bulbous things into it, and there are collectibles to be found around here as well, like dragon statues, and there is even a fucking disappearing card here. But yeah, again, I don't care.
Why would there be a disappearing card here?
It only appears in one of the versions of the stage. The one that's about destroying the entire location, and it's visible after it's visible for a second after you destroy one wall. But we will see that in a moment. See, 500 beans, and that's 500 beans for everybody. Yeah, just wanted to show off this screen, because I never did before, and I'm never gonna again, because I don't super care for all of the. And this is the one where you can actually get the disappearing card. It's also one of my favorites because it involves a lot of destruction. With Wingardium Leviosa. So for most of these challenges, it actually does not matter which character you pick, aside from the first one, because they don't test how strong you are, more if you can actually like you know, do certain things like puzzle-like. And there you could see the disappearing card for a moment after, behind that wall. And this is all nicely done because they keep providing you with these cauldrons. You can keep switching places to get new ones. It has a nice pace. You get to blow up shit. There is nothing wrong with this challenge.
But do you get to throw
But-
a giant boomerang?
Well, this only so many things can be as cool as Lyall, you know.
Right.
And with this one, you just have to get enough momentum so it gets all the way over there once your range of the spell cuts off. And here, if I recall correct, yeah, this is the worst of the challenges because it involves the bulbs. It's also the only one that's not timed in a way of do it in this much time. It's more of a get enough points. So this is the only one that kind of drags. And also because it's because it's these things, it doesn't really work very well.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
And it's both very particular and kind of random at the same time. Like, did you see that one? It wasn't supposed to hit it, but it did. Even though there was nowhere near it.
Right.
So yeah, I just don't super like this challenge. It's very it's very because we have to use this. That's bad. Yeah, that totally hit it. And why did that not? And why did that not? See what I mean?
Yeah. If only you could throw your teammates with Carfair Attract them.
Oh well. It's like you know, just attach them between like two planks, and then pull them, and then just let them go and see how far they fly. It would be
Yeah,
a
that
different
would
kind
be
of
pretty
challenge. I don't think they would get
Gotta
too
do
much
target.
air. I don't think they would get too much air, but it would still be pretty fun. And how did that count for twice? And so that sometimes happens too. Where they just start spinning in the ground. And that one sort of counted. I think I see it now. Sometimes a splatter of mucus will come out of them, and then it will hit the shield. You know, it will hit the target somehow.
Works for us.
Yeah, kinda. It's still very inconsistent. I was only a few points from actually getting silver. Yeah, no, not gonna bother. It just does not work well enough for me to be upset about my score.
Right.
Okay, so it's not actually 10. It's not actually 10 challenges. I for some reason thought, oh, I for some reason just remember the 10 whatchamacallit, the 10 Avaforce ones. Never mind. This one's my favorite because it really shows the cool things you can do with this game's physics.
Like build stuff.
Yeah, put shit on top of each other. By the way, remember that the sun is like it's noon. It's like super noon. The sun is shining straight down, so you just need to make sure to put the shadows on top of one another. Like the source of light is actually very much on top of everything, even though it does not exactly look like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there to help you, actually. And they do give you a bit of a leeway when it comes to how much it holds, which is nice. And also, it does not need to hold together for like 3 Mississippis. So that's good. See how tall you can build with this? This is awesome.
It's holy crap.
It's like, why couldn't you have more like stacking blocks on top of each other to like make a fucking pyramid and climb somewhere? These kinds of things are cool.
Right?